Miss Transformers 96 here with another review, this time of the Marvel Universe Angel figure. So I'm reviewing X-Men figures all this week because of the release of the Wolverine, and now it's Angel. So yeah. Also, I just want to say that I will be talking to you guys at the end of this video, very end, about a custom that I want to do and ask your opinion on something. And yeah, so stay tuned to that if you would like to give me a little help. So yeah, so here's the little comic book shot that he kind of comes with. Overall, looks really cool. It's the Defenders. Of course, this is not the colors of Angel that he is right now. Like in that 5-pack, he has those colors, but yeah, just a little cardboard cutout. In the most modern wave, they have gotten rid of that, so no more of those, which, you know, is a good thing. You know, who really cares? Nobody needed them, and they'd have to spend like an extra penny or something for each box, so why not, you know, save us both some trouble. So yeah, so here's the box. Great, very standard. Of course, Angel, really like the white background and blue writing. A fantastic artwork. Artwork. And then you've got a Sasquatch here that's doing the little sayings. You got the others in the wave. Nova I have, and Puck. What I did in this wave was I got the rarest ones so that I can get Nighthawk and Hercules on like a sale, and that's just the strategy that I went with to get them all. Here's the bio, and then of course a picture of the figure. Overall, very cool. So here's the figure. He looks really nice. This is just a figure that I really was excited for because of these just awesome wings. Unfortunately, he does have a very old style body, but it does make sense because they have to give you these huge wings. So you know, cut back on one place. It's the body sculpt. They're not going to do a super new one when they give you so much plastic anyway. So yeah, so overall he looks great. Really love the face sculpt. I'm sure this is reused from another Angel figure, but I'm not sure. This is my only Angel figure. I don't have the Archangel or anything. I've never been a huge Angel fan, but this was just a figure that looked awesome to me, so definitely had to get it. I do love how one of the hands is flat. You know, you can have it as the slapping hand, or as the, you know, cutting through the air kind of hand, you know, with it up, kind of in a flight pose. Really do love this, you know, and really glad that they gave you that kind of hand. You do just have a fisted hand on the other side. Not too bad though. The white on blue, you know, looks pretty good. You do have some mispaints in some places. It's very hard to do white on a dark primary color, and then you have some skin tone, you know, smudging into the blue on the mask. Nothing great, but what are you gonna do? They're not huge noticeable problems. Overall, pretty nice though. A very old body sculpt, so articulation isn't fantastic, but it's decent. Ball joint head, ball hinge shoulders, bicep swivel, hinge elbows, swivel wrist, ball joint upper torso, ball joint thighs, ball joint thighs, swivel thighs, double hinge knees, and hinge swivel ankles. I don't know what I'm doing here. I feel like I call these something different. I don't know. But yeah, so as overall articulation, pretty standard, nothing too special, but hey, nothing bad. As far as the wings, they are beautiful. I love the sculpting. Just talk about the sculpting first. Look at each individual feather. Sculpted so beautifully, great. And then they painted it in a cream white and gave you some black highlights on each of the little feathers. Wonderful. This is fantastic articulation. I absolutely love it, and it's just so cool. And it does have some decent articulation. Up here it's on just a hinge, so these do swivel. And then back here, they do also swivel a bit as well as hinge out and in, so you can just do some really awesome poses. I really do love it, and you can have him in just some really great fight poses. Took me to one of my complaints. The ball joint on the thigh, they do pop off fairly easily, unfortunately, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, you know, it's not a huge problem, but yeah, look at that. Great fight pose, really do love it. As well, it is kind of hard to get him to stand with these wings. It's not a problem for me because I do hang him up. What I do, which is extremely easy if you guys want to, is just to put a nail on the wall, and then right here you just put him over the nail so that the nail, you know, gets caught right here, and then he'll just be in a little flight pose, and the nail you can't see because it's behind him. So overall, it's a great thing to do if you would like to do that. So yeah, but you know, you can get him to stand using the assistance of the wings, but he really, you know, can't stand perfectly. Overall though, a really nice figure, really do love it. Love the little angel symbol on his chest too, and is a really cool figure. So there you go. So that's my review of Angel. Now to talk to you about a custom that I want to make, and what I would love to do, and which I'm considering doing at the moment, is making a custom Vulture, because I absolutely love Vulture. I love all Spider-Man villains, and my favorite group of anything is the Sinister Six, and Vulture is part of the Sinister Six, and I really just want a Vulture figure. And I've waited like 3 years for Hasbro to make a 3¼ inch Vulture figure, and they haven't. So it's time to take matters into my own hands. But yeah. So what I'm thinking is doing a Vulture custom using this basic body. I take off the head. The head's on a ball joint. It can be popped off very easily. And I would be altering the wings. But for a second, just with the body, what I do is just paint it green and then just do some slight black stripes, very, classic looking. I wouldn't do it in, one of his modern costumes or anything. But I keep it very simple. So then that's all I had to do with the body was just a slight paint job and a fairly easy one at that. Nothing too bad. What I do with the wings, these just unplug, and what I'd like to do is these are just on a little clip, so I just unclip these two wings and just take this part and pop this little joint out right here. Just pop the joint out. Sorry, it's focusing on the box. So you can just pop this joint out, and then with this wing being gone, I can just glue the joint in there. So then I would be able just to plug it in, just at this joint right here. I'd just be able to plug it in. So then he'd have a wing like right here, and it would still be on a swivel, and that way I can kind of have the hand out so that it would look like it was like attached to his arm. I'd always have the arm at the same position that I have the wing, so it would always look like he's got the wing there. But of course, this little part right here, this would be taken off. But just to put it here right now so that you can see it, so that he'd be like this. So that is my goal here, and that's what I'm thinking about doing. The only thing that I need to do is get a head sculpt, because of course this will not do. And I did find one figure that I think would have a decent match, but when I would put it on, it wasn't fantastic. Let me show you that really quick. So here's what head I considered using, and this is the head that comes from Absorbing Man. And I thought that it would work pretty well because it's mainly bald, and it looked Vulture-y from what I could see. The only other one that I had that I considered was Drax, but I really do not want to paint the head, so I needed him to have the painted face that's accurate to Vulture, and not a green face that I had to paint myself, because I really just painting the costume would be fine, but painting the face would be extremely hard for me. So yeah, so this is what I came up with, and unfortunately it looks like his head is just too big. I just do not like it. Now I know that when this is painted green, it will look better, because the white stripe and everything is making his body look a little thinner. So when it's painted green in one color, this head will look a little bit more in scale. But as for right now, it just doesn't look perfect to me. And the thigh pops off again. So yeah. So what I would like to ask you guys is look through your Marvel Universe figures and tell me if you guys see a head sculpt that looks fairly decent, a representation of Vulture, and just send me a message, comment, personal message, however you want. I'll find the message. Just send me a message of what you think would be the best looking head sculpt for Vulture, and I hope that it would be the same ball joint as as Angel. You don't have to check that though. Just send me recommendations of what you think would be a good head sculpt for Vulture, because if I had to, I will use Absorbing Man, but I'm hoping to find one a little bit better. So please help me out on that if you don't mind. Look through your guys and see if you find one that's a little bit nicely suited, and just send me a message about it, and I'll definitely check up, and I might use it. So yeah, and then as well as I did consider getting another Sabretooth. Now I don't know if this would work, but it does just seem to be that there is just a little extra piece on this collar piece that has been plugged in here and glued in, and if I could remove this entire collar piece and maybe trim it or cut it down somehow and use it for the collar piece of Vulture, because he does have like a fur collar piece. It is quite big though, that's the only thing, so that's why I might have to cut it down. I do not know if I'm going to do this. If I do it, it will be after I do everything else. This would be the last thing, because I might not love it. So yeah, so I'm definitely considering this. I'm not gonna destroy my Angel or my Absorbing Man figure. I will buy new figures so that I can have an Angel and a Vulture. So yeah, so I'm definitely considering doing this. So tell me what you think about me doing it. You think it's gonna work? You have a better idea about something? And if you have a head sculpt that you think would look good, just tell me which figure you think would be a better head sculpt, so I can go check it out and see if it'll look good. So there you go. So that's my little end piece talking about my custom that I might try to make, because I really do want a 3 3/4 inch Vulture. So there you go. So thank you so much for watching this, and thanks. Sorry about that. One last part to the video. Here's how we kind of look with the wings and everything. I think that the wings would be really a really cool thing to do, and would look really cool. But here, I think that that would just look awesome with a green painted body and everything. That would just be so the Vulture. So yeah, so there you go. Thanks for watching.